Hello, international finance students. We are now in week 3, and it's Sunday morning, and it's a hot one if you're in Kansas City. So hopefully we can make it through this weekend. We get some cooler weather next week. But with this week, you just have one chapter to read, chapter 6. We also have our first exam that will be due Sunday at midnight. The exam will be available Monday morning, and it's an all multiple choice exam. So all I want you to do is just give your letter response on a one-page Word document with your name on it. I think there's approximately 40 questions, so you can use the line spacing options to get those 40 on there. And if you have any questions, do email me. And we'll have a brief forum discussion just for you to try to predict the euro. I thought there was an interesting little segue in the book about how this one intern went to work for a New York FX trader, foreign exchange trader, and she had lost $700,000 in one day. So this week you're going to have to post real early in the forum discussion to get credit for it, because it's just a prediction. I want you to predict the close of the euro, and we'll have some fun with it. The one that is closest to the actual prediction will win a box of Twinkies that I'll deliver to you. But I'll keep it light this week, knowing that you have the exam. But review the material, get the exam done, and get your homework problems done from chapter 6. With this week, relative to chapter 6, we look at the markets with foreign exchange. It's kind of a 24-hour market. They mentioned the spot rate. That's kind of what is the current price right now for that currency. So if you wanted to buy a euro, how many dollars does it take to buy a euro? And one thing we have to remember, that host countries generally want to get paid in their own currency. So if we're an American multinational enterprise and we're buying something from the Germans to use in our plant, they're going to want to get paid in the euros, and vice versa. So it just depends on which way you look at it. They talk about indirect and direct quotes, so just whose position that we're looking at from. And a lot of times you can find these foreign exchange rates. In fact, I think I'll put a link out there in a mini lecture for on Bloomberg that tells you a quote, and you can always find that other exchange rate by just taking one in the numerator divided by that exchange rate to find the other exchange rate. So some other things I mentioned here is the forward. Sometimes we engage in trades that for delivery of a currency, say 2 months from now, and it can also be a swap that someone is exchanging one currency with another based on some terms or adjustments a lot of times, usually based on some interest rate differential. So, but it's a rather brief chapter this week. We get into maybe some other factors dealing with these forwards and swaps later in the course. But for now, just prepare yourself for the exam, and make sure to jump in there early for the forum discussion. But otherwise, have a great week, and I'll talk to you online. Take care.